model what you're going to do on a different article, so then you can see how to do it, but I'm not going to be giving you every single fact, example, number, analogy, and quote. I want you to look for them in the sugar study article that's already in Notability. I've taught in the Osseo district for about 18 years. I got involved in Twitter about 3-4 years ago when I went to a Wisconsin training with Kelly Gallagher, and he writes lots of books, high school English, writing, reading, and he said the best thing you can do for yourself as an educator is get on Twitter. And I didn't really think of Twitter being an educational. I always thought of it as celebrities and getting your news on there, but once I got into there, you find teachers all over the country, all over the world that are doing wonderful things, and why wouldn't I want to tap into that? To me, it fuels me. It fuels my passion for what I do. Here's what you're going to do. I'm going to have Paris, if you could stand up and read this first part, please.
Analyze each argument and type of evidence provided by the author.
Okay. And Kaylee, A. One of his books, Kelly Gallagher wrote a foreword for a man named Eric Palmer. It was called Well Spoken. I connected with Eric and started reading his books and realized, what an incredible idea to teach kids how to speak well. So I started using his books in my classroom and connected with him on Twitter, started tweeting out things he did, and I think we just developed kind of a Twitter friendship. I'm interested in teaching kids to speak well because they do it all the time, especially nowadays when they, create lots of videos. And I realized that although I've been giving kids opportunities to speak, I really hadn't been teaching them how to speak well. And Eric developed an idea called PV Legs, which is poise, voice, life, eye contact, gestures, and speed. And being able to teach those specific skills to my kids, giving them practice, letting them, try and fail and give each other some feedback, I realized their speaking can be a lot better than it was. And speaking is very important as a life skill. So it just naturally fit right into my teaching. And so trying those strategies, giving my kids lessons, using lessons from his book and his website has really transformed how my kids spoke. And now this latest book is all about argument, persuasion, and reasoning, and really getting kids to, how do you build an argument? How do you provide evidence? And that's what his latest book is. And then when the idea for this book came about, he contacted me and asked if I would be the classroom teacher in the classroom in the book. And of course I said yes. Do you think there's some evidence in there that doesn't really support the claim but gives you information?
Yeah.
Then you can make a good decision?
Yeah.
Yeah. As far as when I can see growth in my students because of this work, I just think on a daily basis, when I ask my kids to share something, they naturally stand up, which I don't even have to ask them anymore. They stand up and they look around and they wait. And that to me is huge because they know that their audience being attentive is important. They know that what they have to say is important and they stand up. I believe this contributes to our district mission because I am inspiring the kids to be confident and to go out there and present themselves in the best light possible. They're going to be able to go out there and use their voice and sound intelligent, sound the way they want to sound because they have the tools to do that. There's not probably one job or one activity they're going to do in life that does not involve speaking and conveying their message, and I'm teaching them how to do that well. So will they be able to pursue their dreams and contribute to community? Yes, they can. They can do that with being well-spoken.